what's up with giraffes? Okay, so giraffes have been a thing here lately. Now, the funny part is it makes me think of the name Becky because when I was a kid, I had a friend that lived in our cul-de-sac, and her name was Becky, and she loved giraffes. Like, that was her thing, was giraffes. And it's just way too apparent. Okay, so this is what I have. So I wrote giraffe, and I don't know how to spell that shit. I'm not, whatever. And so I wrote Garraf. Now, that's really weird because that's not even how I would spell it. And I looked it up, and it's actually a village in Spain. So I'm going to pull in on that. And then it's the tallest land animal. You know, they have black tongues. And they're so tall that they've just evolved, and they can reach all the high leaves, right? So I'm getting, you can see over the rest. There's something that you can see. Maybe it's up ahead. Oh, so the collective noun for a giraffe is a core, like a corpse, like not corpse as in a body, but like, you know, like Job Corps, you know how that thing about Job Corps got disbanded, like that, a herd or a tower, and that's crazy. And then we got something about a 7-year cycle. I don't know if I already said that or not, but let's pull cards and see what's going on. And I'm gonna write the name Becky down. So my son is sitting here telling me that giraffes are actually going extinct. So maybe you're the last of a dying breed or something. Ooh. I don't know if it's true or not. I'll look it up later, but I'm going to take it. They're at risk. They're very vulnerable right now. So maybe not completely extinct. Either way, take it how it resonates. So I went in this deck. It's the Archangel Animals, okay? Because I kept seeing the giraffe from this card. Okay, I went and I got it out. It didn't pop out or anything. It says aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. So maybe there's some kind of there's something you need to understand that maybe you're not understanding. Okay, let's see. Being adapting to your surroundings. I'll see what else comes through. I didn't even know there was different types. So there's something about land and water, okay? Because we have whale, and this is live as a fully conscious being. So maybe you're, okay, like up in between worlds kind of thing. And it's crazy because when I went to go get this deck, this was actually, the deck was sitting in this one. And it's funny because when I was cleaning up my area, I was actually looking for this. So maybe there's some kind of answer you're looking for. And also, this rogue-ass card was in here. Maybe you should go watch the rogue reading. But this card, so juggling responsibilities. It's like the feeling of being in two places at once I'm getting. Trying to get everything to kind of come together. Okay, let's see what's going on between this here. Maybe you need some kind of reassurance that something is okay, or that something that you know is true. You know, my eyes go right to the center. It's yellow, right? At the bottom, we have hummingbird energy. Okay, so, which is crazy because Iris Messenger is in reverse. But maybe there's some kind of reassurance you need. Hold on. And I am going to pull one from this deck just because it was, you know, there out of nowhere. So when I was trying to grab your main energy from this deck, I was shuffling, a card flipped out, and before I could stop it, another card flipped out. So the first card that came out, the card I would have taken, is the Tower in the Light aspect, which has to do with this collective noun. So I'm wondering if this is going to be collectively, or something about Spain, I'm not sure, or giraffes, whatever. And then the world in the shadow aspect. So there could be some kind of cycle that you're going back and forth with here, and that you just kind of need reassurance that something is okay to do. Let's look at it. Giraffe, Spain. Something about leaning on an edge, like a tripod on an edge, maybe getting the picture perfect, something about the edge, like a cliff or a pole on the edge. I'm not sure, something like that. There could be some kind of fight over something that you care about, something passionate, that you are going to be protecting something. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. And maybe that's what this giraffe is, because it's aspire to higher knowledge and wisdom. And I see Five of Wands as the Hierophant in tarot, so it's the minor, right? Ooh. Look, cruelty, Nine of Swords, yes. And then there's that Two of Pentacles again. Okay. Maybe you're trying to block whatever cruelty, because this just flipped out and it was at the bottom. So maybe you're, you know, using something to, and these all look like poles on the edge of something. Maybe something about a Capricorn holding something in. Yes, Six of, maybe it's pride. Oh, Four of Wands in a group. Ooh, failure. But I'm seeing it starting to, this is Five of Pentacles worry, but how I'm seeing it is this like lava, this goo, this gunk starting to come out and like get in the cogs of things. Does that make sense? And this is giraffe, land animal. Maybe this yellow is some kind of sun being engulfed, because I see it behind here and then it's right there too. You see what I'm saying? And then I have Hierophant at the bottom with Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles. So working to, I'm seeing working to dead a situation. That's what I'm getting from this. Hang on. Ace of Swords, 7-11. Yes, working to dead a situation quickly. I just heard in the cover of the night. This is generational. So something that goes on, or it could be about money coming in. Something guided. Yeah, it's a healing, hope. Maybe you don't see it yet. So 7-7. So for collective noun, for what the group is called, it's a group of towers. So I'm getting 10 of Pentacles for that. And then for an evolutionary advantage for high growing, getting the high leaves, we have a defeat. I'm getting something. And then for the 7-year cycle, we have a sorrow, Three of Swords. Okay. And then black tongue, we have the Chariot and 10 of Cups. And then for Becky, we have Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, the Lovers. Okay, it's giving Becky with the good hair. Maybe someone has, you see what I'm saying? But you know, kind of thing. I don't know. So for collective noun tower, I got Ace of Pentacles. So there's some kind of opportunity coming in that could help bring in something, a generational energy coming back, that kind of thing. Let me do defeat. You need to take action. So I have King of Cups and Nine of Cups. So this evolutionary advantage you have, you're over here, oh my God. And then in your head and shit, but like you got it. You are your own 10th cup. And maybe that's what you need to realize. Maybe you're the Becky. You know, maybe you can see things that other people can't. I don't know. Look, I shuffled one more time to see what this Nine of Cups is, and I said you are your 10th cup, and look what shot out. 10 of Cups. Yes. So you are your 10th cup. Quit fucking with yourself, damn it. Okay, the 7-year cycle is some kind of heartbreak that has happened within the last fucking 7 year, either you were 7 years old or it's been the last 7 years. Make it however it fits. But yeah, you're doing, let this go. It's no longer actually affecting you, but you're making it affect you. Just like you just keep giving it back to yourself. Stop doing that. It's like ripping open an old wound. Queen of Wheels. Yes. Tower at the bottom. Okay. Your protection is in your words. It's not actually negative. Break out of this icebox you've made of yourself, and you need to head forward, because that's where your justice is. Becky's at work and that fucking tower is coming. Whoop. Yep.